Hey
Hey
everyone,
guys!
welcome back to another iChongqing live stream episode. Sorry, I'm gonna get my
Yeah.
angle straight here. I'm sorry, I'm still new at this.
Yeah. So we are now.
Well, we're in one of my favorite places in Chongqing. This place is called Huguang Guild Hall. Actually, we did a travel guide episode on this place. Xiao and I did
Mhm.
last year about this place and its history, the museum, what this place is and what it means. An incredible place full of history and beautiful architectures. I love it here.
Yeah. Can you know and have you ever know some history of this architecture?
Oh yeah. So I know that this place is well over 300 or 400 years old.
Yeah.
That it was built because what is now Sichuan province got ravaged by famine and war and
Yeah.
disease and all these things. So the government was trying to bring people from nearby provinces to move
Yeah.
in this direction. Chongqing was part of Sichuan province back then,
Mhm.
or what is now modern day Sichuan province.
Yes.
And so as these people moved from an area called Huguang, which is where the name comes from, it's a meeting hall, it's a gathering place,
Mhm.
they would build these guild halls along the route that they would travel
Yes.
to have a place to meet fellow travelers, to meet people from their own cultures, and such. It just became like community centers,
Yes,
basically.
yeah, it's just like the business center, social center
Yes.
as well. People get socialized over here.
Yeah, so these
Yeah.
places were hugely important to the locals back then.
And also culture center as well.
And a culture center, yeah, you would have performances, they would bring in their local performances, and all these kinds of things. You already have a couple of people watching. Hello, everyone. Thank you
Hello,
for joining
guys.
the stream.
Hi, this is U.S. man.
Yusman, hi.
And Fifi Tan
Phoebe Tai
Leo.
Leon, hi. I'm sorry for
Hi.
saying your names wrong.
Yeah.
We tried really hard.
Sorry for that. And now it's like this building has. It's not only one. Before they have built a lot of like.
I think there were as many as 12 in the city. Maybe as many as 12, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but in Yuzhou district, this is the Huguang Guild Hall, just the only one
Yeah.
remains. Yeah, so this people are from like Hubei, Wulan, and Guangdong, and also this Guangxi just moved over here.
Yeah.
It's a huge migration. Yeah, and the people just the migration group of people during the movement, they have to contribute their a lot of efforts and their works to construct this
Yeah,
city.
to rebuild the whole area. And it wasn't just a handful of people, like it was millions of people
Yeah.
who relocated more than 300 years ago. And you can actually trace back a lot of Chongqing's history, and a lot of the locals' own history is traced back to a little bit. Sorry, blacked out for a minute.
And
We're back.
actually, at 300 years ago, it's very hard to get into the Bashu land. This is
Yes.
where Chongqing is located now because there's a lot of mountains. This area is surrounded by the high mountains, and the people from outside of Chongqing, if they want to go into this area, it takes a lot of effort.
Yeah, it's not easy to navigate, especially 300 or 400 years ago, before we had modern roads and waterways and all that. Navigating the hills was treacherous. We've got lots of comments coming in already now. Hey everyone.
Hi, everyone. This is
So
young
we
person.
love our Chinese culture. We love it too. That's why we're here.
Yes. And meanwhile, just when they come over here, they also get some spirit,
Yes.
some God to support them. Just like today, here we are going to worship this God, their ancestor. We call it Da Yu, or also the King Yu.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He's a bit of a legendary figure as well, isn't he?
it's like this legendary figure, just his story, his life just happened in just 4,000, over 4,000 years ago. It's just you want to know something about this story?
I know something that he used to work to prevent flooding, and that he worked really hard to do that.
Yeah.
And he would like walk past his own home and not have time to go home
Yeah.
and see his family because he was working so hard.
He also this Chongqing 女婿.
Yes.
Yes, and also this son-in-law of Chongqing, Chongqing girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a Chongqing wife. Yeah, and until then he just like this ancestor of Chinese people because like this we start over here like Yao Shunyu starting from the Yao ruling. Yao was this like it's like a country at that time. We call it like tribe, the big tribe. And the Yao was this chief of the big tribe. And during his ruling, there was a big flood, just like 4,000 years ago. And he at that time he just ordered his the King Yu's father to control the flood.
Yeah, to do something about it.
Father just killed. And the Shun, also the tribe, after he just appointed the Shun as his successor. So the Shun just fired his this King Yu's father.
He got fired.
Yeah, he exiled from this area, the tribe, and so appointed his son as this emperor, this King Yu, to control
to fix it.
To fix it. And this King Yu just did a very fantastic work over here because he's just beginning to study this geography and also the rivers and get the people. And they started like the dredge the river bed, and also channel out also the water, the flood to the ocean. And meanwhile, he also just built a lot of canals to try to use the water to
regulate the water flow.
Yes. Also, just try to irrigate this farm lands.
Yeah, so you can redirect the river a little bit and sort of take the overflow when the flooding comes and redirect it into channels so you can use it and irrigate your fields for rice or wheat or whatever it is you're growing.
Yes, since then that this Shun, at that time the Shun emperor just appoint this Zai as his successor to the throne. So he just became the king of that time, and he also the first king that used this dynastic system. Just like Qing dynasty or like this Ming dynasty. He was the first one to.
So he established it.
Yeah, and another people you wanted to memorize him and just build this temple to commemorate his spirit and also to try to commemorate of his sacrifice, his great work contribution to the people, and people just worship him as a king, also as a god.
That's a cool story.
Yeah, cool story.
I wish that could happen to me someday. I could be king.
Yeah, and especially like the people from they moved like they did the migration.
Yeah.
They moved from the Hubei, Hunan, Guangdong, and Guangdong and Guangxi.
Yeah.
People from there, they also just believe in this King Yu. So they built the temple over here. As that during that time, just about 300 years ago, they also worshipped this King Yu over here and hosted some big ceremony, just like the worship ceremony to ask
to commemorate him and ask for his blessings and stuff like that. That's actually also why we're here today, because the tomb sweeping holiday is coming. And so the tomb sweeping day is traditionally a holiday where you go to your ancestors' tombs to clean them out and make sure that they're neat and tidy and pay respects to your ancestors and things like that. And that's actually what the ceremony that's taking place behind us is about as well. It's about commemorating this king, this King Yu, who actually has a massive statue in the back hall behind us where we're standing. And so this whole ceremony and today is for the Tomb Sweeping Day Festival and for him. Well, today is for him. The Tomb Sweeping Day Festival is on Sunday, but the holiday starts tomorrow, and it's 3 days, right? So Saturday, Sunday, and Monday is a national holiday in China where people also tend to take the time to go outside, because the Tomb Sweeping holiday also sort of marks the time in the year when the season starts to change and the weather starts getting better, so you can actually go outside and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Let me show you. We have a second camera that is up above us, so you can see what is going on. It's a little bit of a better angle than what we're looking at here. So this is a camera that is above where we're standing, looking down at the area where the ceremony is going to take place. It hasn't quite started yet.
People are preparing.
People are starting to prepare, and there are lots and lots of visitors who have come in.
While they're at this procedure, the the officer who is in charge of the ceremony is trying to arrange everyone's standing position. It's very important.
Ceremonies in China are very choreographed, I guess you could say. Like each person has a role to play, and everyone sort of has to be in a certain place.
Because it's a kind of ancient ceremony, it has been passed down from thousands of years ago. So here, there's a Hu Guild, or just revive this old ceremony now.
We have a viewer from Kenya, from East Africa. Hello, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to say really close, Mas. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining us. Miranda, Maria Zagalupo. Hello to you. Obijan Shahid. Hello to you. So we from Nepal. Tahir Khan. Young Pasti. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be taking you around in just a minute, just to show you the actual area that we're in.
Yes.
So I'm going to switch back to...
I'll show them some of them.
Yes, let's do that. Let's have a look at what we were actually looking at just now. So I'll switch to our phone camera back here. So actually standing by the main entrance to the guild hall is down here. But there is some beautiful, beautiful wood carving just as you walk in. Like if you walk into the main entrance and just stop on your way to look up, you'll see these highly, highly, highly detailed
I think this one, like the bird one, is Felix.
I'm pretty certain that's a phoenix. Let's have a closer look.
Felix. Because like in Chinese tradition culture, the Felix and dragons and couples. And
it's the symbol for the emperor and his queen, isn't it? So the dragon is over here.
This is dragon over here.
So the dragon for the emperor is over here, and then over on the other side, you've got the phoenix. But everything in between, just look at the detail on that. We can hear the ceremony is starting behind us. Let's go up and have a look.
Yeah.
As you can see, lots of people here today.
Because the people who come here to memorize the great God and spirit of King. Now, in front of us, there's huge traditional building which called Qing Palace.
Yes. So what many people, myself included, used to get wrong is that I thought that this was the guild hall. But it's actually just a palace built for King Yu.
Yeah,
it's built into it. So the guild hall is everything that is in here. It stretches over here. We have Dong Shuimen Bridge just in the background up here. You can't quite see it. And then
first step was the procedure.
在典礼开始之前，再一次的提醒
so they're still
各位观
warming
众
up. They haven't quite started yet.
尽量不要在
Over
女
here,
王像前后进行围观
ceremony,
拍照，
they
不要在舞台区
are dressed
围
in
观
high
拍
style
照，以
clothes.
免影
This
响
is
本次的典
classical
礼
clothes.
顺利进行。
And the people in white
再一次的温馨提醒
are
大家，
the
在
major
各位左侧的宣传墙上有本次活动的
ceremony.
实装二维码，大家可以扫码进行图片下载。
So I switch back up to the camera upstairs so you can have a better view of what's going on. We're just out of the frame, down on the bottom right. You can't see us, but we can see the camera. So you're talking about the people dressed in white in the bottom of.
But it was
各位好，各位来宾，各位游客，
these people
重庆孤
are
儿
the
会
people
馆
who is doing who are doing first night
女王祭祀典礼
ceremony, and later they are going to go into the church to the king, and while they also will sacrifice some offerings.
So they are the ones doing the rituals and the worshipping?
Yeah.
Okay. We do apologize if the noise is a bit loud. There are two massive speakers where the host is speaking from, and it's a little bit hard to avoid it. So we're trying to move around and find an area where we can see what's going on, but where you can also hear us talking.
Can we give a filming of those guys who just in this?
So we have a couple of people down here who are dressed up as old
You want
guards.
to know that the old guards look like?
So we have these guys over here in their costumes,
Yeah.
very nicely dressed.
They're supposed to be the guard in the ancient time.
The ancient, were guards the same as police, or were they just protecting a single place?
A single place.
It's a single place.
Especially the palace.
Right.
Yeah. Protect the king and emperor.
We even have,
But this kind of costume is very special. They are dressed for this special.
for the special
ceremony.
occasion.
Yeah, occasion. Yeah. Especially like this worship ceremony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see there are many, many, many people here.
Yeah, I can give a film of this those kids.
So what are they wearing? They look like scholars.
Yeah, you know Confucius.
Yes.
You know, I cannot come back to that time. Students just dressed like them. Say hi.
They're a little shy.
Yeah, and they're dressed in traditional high style clothes. You know, can you imagine that when the Confucius, teaching lessons, the students just sitting down, just dressing that.
Their students would wear this too? So that's like an ancient school uniform?
Yeah, it's a uniform. You can call that.
A kind of school uniform. That's cute. I'm not sure I would look very good in a uniform like that. I think my face is too round and my belly is too big.
Actually, that kind of clothes can cover your belly too.
It's perfect.
Because it's big enough.
Just need to get a big enough size and everything will be okay.
I think this is students something.
Right, they're going to be on stage performing. We have a couple more visitors coming in. Angela from the Philippines. Hello to you. Teti-san from Myanmar. What? Someone from East Africa, a lot of people. Hello to everyone. Oh, he's up here. Let me walk over a little bit.
That's the entrance. Is everyone.
女王祭祀典礼，
Switch to.
本次女王祭祀典礼由中共渝中区委宣传部、渝中区文旅委、渝中区国资委、历史文化街区管委会、朝天门街道联合主办，由重庆渝中古城文化发展有限公司执行。在此，还要特别感谢重庆市文旅委、重庆市非遗保护中心、重庆市文化遗产研究院。
So right now he's welcoming everyone.
重庆市遗产文化研究会
为本次典礼大力支持支持。感谢重庆市渝中区古城文化古镇服务中心、重庆汉中古文化传播有限公司。
Oh, so he's like the right. So yeah, so he's the anchor and the host. He's also the one sort of telling everyone what to do and how to do it.
Yeah.
Every show needs that. Someone to tell you when to do stuff. Just gonna make a trip over to the other side just to show you a little bit more of the guild hall itself. See if we can make it through here.
Walk around and show you different identity of people who put in their costume.
欢迎市委宣传部文明调研处调研员范家龙先生，欢迎您。
Got some more.
市文旅委博物馆处调研员刘华荣先生，欢迎您。渝中区委宣传部常务副部长曾元先生，欢迎您。
Dress in red.
Yep.
Yeah.
市文旅委非遗处副处长陈海燕女士，欢迎您。重庆市文化遗产研究院副院长袁东山先生，欢迎您。渝中区金融办副主任汪媛媛女士，欢迎您。历史文化街区管委会副主任江黎芳女士，欢迎您。
They are servants.
Right.
Yeah.
So right now you can see them in the bottom left of the screen here.
欢迎您。
这边白色的这边
大渡口区博物馆馆长李国红先生，欢迎您。肃庆陵纪念馆馆长王玉茹女士，欢迎您。再次欢迎以下的北上团队领导。本次有祭祀典礼由以下领导担任。
We're gonna walk up to our secret prepared spot. It is a little bit too noisy down here, so we're gonna try and move away from the speakers.
主祀官由重庆市非遗保护中心副主任刘春全先生担任监理官，由重庆移民文化研究会会长岳金土先生担任纠仪官。
They say they can hear
由
me.
朝天门街道办主任段成典先生担任正县官。 由重庆康强实业集团有限公司领
They
导
have to clip
担
it
任
to the
分
strap
县官。
so that they can see it.
just like this red in white.
由渝中区文旅委副主任
Switch up so we can see the girls in
担任
white.
陪祀官。
There we go. They're on the right side of
Yeah,
the
on the
screen.
right side of that, there are also this kind of servants, but they do the different part of work. They are going to hold in the
重庆古管会主任
later they are going
Also here
to
以古管会馆
So the incense is going to be placed in that
the people
in the white. They will put it in that container, that box that is in the middle of the frame with the two candles in it.
希望影响
We're going to
更
put the
多的
incense
市
there.
民对古人先贤艰
and
苦
we
奋斗、
thought that
自强不息的
just
精神
need
进行
I
传
think over
承。
there we thought it's a
以树立我们的
Chongqing.
文
It's
化
made
自信。
of bronze.
作为
Made of bronze?
文化地标，
That
重
sounds
庆
heavy.
古管会
Very heavy.
以这样的方式
in the middle,
再一
can
次
you
开启了
see? It's made
重
of
庆
bronze.
文化旅游的新篇
In
章。
Chinese, we got
今
it.
天我们也非常荣幸的
Keep talking.
邀请到
Some
了
people
渝中区
just
委
their
宣传部
their words is trustful. So they will say it's 一言九
接
鼎.
下来让我们掌声
So
有
you
请
listen, hear this word is
掌
trustful.
声有请
They will use the to describe their words
Right.
very trustful. So Ding in Chinese culture is very important.
Yeah.
我们说到前面去吗？
需要的话就大家就配合一下，他们是那个族，
好，现在还没有，我们现在就用。Hi guys, can you hear?
I'm going to go tell that guy to move.
Yeah, this way is much better.
You can engage with the audience if you want.
Oh, okay.
That's what's on.
Now we're here move to the upstairs. It's quieter than downstairs. Now over here also many people are watching this dress ceremony. Just now we just mentioned about the thing over there, and later we're going to see other kind of vessels, and to use in the ceremony to contain wines and alcohol. Just as we have said, it's kind of ceremony. It's also the rich worship ceremony, which I believe in Western country we also share the same kind of the cultures things.
今天我们在这里举行传承华夏礼
Now, the people addressed to all of the audience, and later, I believe just 7 minutes later, the the whole ceremony will kick off. Now we can see people over here, they distinguish the death. They are put on this golden colored skirts. And the people tell me why they put on skirt. The golden color just stands for lucky one. Because you I'm sorry guys, would you come back? Golden color is very special in China because it's in ancient time, you can the April, the dress in yellow, golden color.
Use the joystick.
，Now we believe this ceremony will start very soon. Let's see.
So the official ceremony hasn't quite started yet. They're still doing the introductions and some
introductions and some speeches. And this Yuwang, the King ceremony, this worship ceremony has been included as intangible culture.
Oh, really?
Yeah, intangible culture, the list in Chongqing, and it's like very rare. It's very rare.
Yeah, I mean, in all the years I've lived here, this is my first time to see it.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like this before. And this kind of worship the king. Why they do that? Because this can carry forward our ancestors' spirit, and also instill the traditional fruit value to kids. And so they invite so many kids to come over here. Hi. Also, that's what all the children are doing.
Yes. Shy from India. Nice to meet you here.
Welcome.
Welcome to our grand worship. This is King Yu worship ceremony. Yeah.
And
now the kids is showing.
So the kids are coming on?
Yeah.
Let me switch so you can see both. So you can see the kids on one.
Yeah. The kids is going to recite this the great learning. Have you heard of this book?
The Great Learning?
Yeah.
I don't think I have that.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no. We want to see both.
Does it stand firm?
Yeah. Move it.
Oh, wait, you want to drop out?
There we go.
Yes, hi.
I will lean in. I'll come around.
Yeah, come over here. Oh.
It's fine. We just need to be close.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, guys. Now here
Space is a little tight.
Yeah, the boys just come all over there along that you're going together over there to reciting the.
Oh, so they're all standing on the steps.
Yeah, yeah. They're going to reciting the Great Learning. Have you heard of this book?
No, I haven't. But to be honest, I know very little about anything. So. I just don't know enough.
It's just if you know this Confucius and Confucius school, it's one classical book of this Confucius. The focus of Confucius. We call it 大学. That's cool. Yeah. Because back to now, many schools teach their students, especially students from primary school, but this traditional classical books.
Yeah.
Like this one, the Great Learners.
It's one of them.
Yeah. There are four classical Confucius books, including also this Chongqing.
Yeah.
And also this next of Confucius, just record the Confucius words.
Yeah. Like all his sayings, and that's why we have Confucius says.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
There's so many of those.
Yeah.
Let me just reposition this. Let's put it here. Let's make this one full so you can see what's going on.
And we also say other books from out of the four classical books, monks.
I think I've heard that name before.
Monks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also famous figure from this Confucius school. Can you guys hear me now?
I think the audio should be okay.
感谢东直门小学的各位同学们给我们带来的精彩诵读，让我们再次把热烈的掌声送给他们。也祝愿各位同学健康成长。
Yes, very cute. Yeah. Yes.
Just go crazy if you need to.
Yeah. And this is the first part of them. I don't know what kind of you guys, reciting when you are in the primary schools, but it's quite complicated, about to reciting this kind of classicals. And in this book, it tells, teach kids how to be a good people, how to have set up your good families, have a family, and set up your careers. And if your dream can be bigger, is how to run your country. And sometimes all of the people from this who run this companies, they like to read this kind of classicals because they can learn from our great ancestors' book, read their mind, and which can teach them to and guide them in their later life. And later we're going to go into this 义务 dancing. 义务 dancing is very important in this worship ceremony in the ancient time. So we said this Huzhuang Guild Hall just revived this old ancient ceremony. That's one part of it. Beautiful ladies dressing in red. And they are going to worship the god. And also King Yun. This worship their ancestors and also the kings. It's just one part of Chinese culture. In Chinese, like this kind of ceremony or rituals, dancing and the music is very important. It's a kind of etiquette that in every kind of ceremony that should obey. This dance has been passed down from, I think, from the Zhou dynasty, and their gestures and all this bearing and also dressing are changing according to different dynasties. And this kind of dancing at the first it was to dance to worship the God in heaven. And later it will be used in the ceremony to worship the past king or emperors. Usually it will be applied in this national level ceremonies. What guys do you think of this dancing? You have this kind of culture and dancing during your ceremony in your culture? Yes, very nice.
通常呢，我们在区主要的祭品是重大的祭祀的祭典。那么现在也非常幸运，我们有重大的祭。
We are going to see this ceremony will take the off now.
女王祭祀典礼。
And later we are going to see a lot of like this sacrificial offering procedure. Is how people is going to be bowing to the king. I just feel so excited after I hear this music below. Promoting the striker. People are in their positions. So we're going to check the temporal. You guys, do you guys can see the big drum over there? But beating the drum. The boy, the man just beating the drum, the big drum over there. Now, now the officer is in white over here. What he's doing now, do you guys know? Now he come over here, try to, correct people's dressing. You dress it properly. It's some sort of etiquette that will be obeyed. I think they obey every kind of culture, especially in this kind of grand ceremony. Hi, Mom. Hi. I don't know whether I'm sorry for pronouncing your name right. Dance Now this officer try to use this tree with the leaves to help them dust off. You clean their body. They are clean their dust on their clothes. You see? It's just a twig with leaves on that. That's how the ancient people do the ceremony. Dust off, wipe out those dusts. So we might think, the we should also we barely do this kind of move now because we just dump that clothes in our wash machine. But nowadays,
全体肃立，祭拜女王。一鞠躬，请求风调雨顺。
now they are welcoming, they are
赠
receiving
鞠
the
躬，
king
祈求五谷丰登。
the bow to the king. They
三
are
鞠
asking for
躬，
the
祈求
blessing
心地温馨，
from
人民
the
身体健
king.
康，胃软平安兴旺。
They ask for the prosperity, the health,
过
and also
万，
the prosperity
请
and the
天
harvest
地官一万习所，
and the
过
weather
万
about
进
that will
手。
help this farming to have this good harvest. Now they are washing their hands.
复位，
Because it's a serious thing. So you're getting all your body.
请听雨官一万习所，过万进
This
手。
shows your respect to the king. Because we just also respect him as a god. It's
复
just a
位，请主事官一万习所，过万进手。
all of these higher officials that would going to wash their hands one by one. Because later they are going to touch all these offerings. And they are going to sacrifice these offerings to the king, and later they also will receive the blessings from the king as well.
请镇县官一万洗手，过万请进手。 复位， 请分县官一万洗
The
手，
procedure now is
过
quite
万进
slow.
手。
You either be very patient because it will take like 1 hour, over 1 hour to finish the whole ceremony. It just is the starting of this worship ceremony. It's complicated. It has a many and the etiquette you should obey. Even where people standing
请陪侍官一
have
贯
some
其
rules.
后冠继从。
Thank you for Mom Tess.
复位，献花，请监理官、交理官立后案前献花。
Now they are going to sacrifice. They are going to present flowers. They are going to present this flowers, the flower tea, to King Yui. And this kind of customs also be spread and very popular in our how to say for people to commemorate past relatives, past loved ones also send flowers, and it's kind of common. It's not only will be used in this grand ceremony, but it's in our ordinary people's life. We also have ways to normalize the past ones.
请监理官、交理官、主事官、政协官、分遣官及全体陪侍
新
官
华社的杨小丽，我们
一躬礼，一鞠躬。
now they are bow to the King Lee.
再鞠躬，三鞠躬，
They bow to the King Lee 3 times.
献福座，请正县官移送案前献福座。
Now they are going to present the offerings to King Lee. 福座, the 座, in Chinese ancient words, it means meat. It's kind of common in human culture. We sacrifice meat to the heaven or to our king, the past kings or emperors. You know what the King Yu once has
复
done
位，
has done very great things, because before King Yu, just like 5,000 years ago, like all the kings or this leader of the tribe or the chief of the tribe. So when they did this sacrificial offerings, they were using
请
human beings to sacrifice that. But when it comes to King Lee, King just thought this kind of thing. The two brutal to by sacrifice people, human beings. So he changed the human beings into animals like lambs or
再鞠躬，
swine. So
三
now
鞠
we
躬，
really sacrifice like this soil is like this flesh from
福，
swine
请
or lamb
陪侍
or
官
horse.
立供案前献福。
Now we go to see
这里最近他现在在10月那个最长10月8号，那现在跟他就是好，我走到这个时候，要正常做你自己的我这个选，那个好记。
Now that's just offering the fruits to the king.
护卫。
So the first one is the first art the things that presented to king is the flowers, then the meat, and then the fruits.
监理官、交理官、典礼官、主事官及全体媒祭官及御公礼仪公。
Now they will go to the king again.
三鞠躬，三鞠躬。不住，请主事官不住。
Now they are going to say some orations. 这个就是 the ceremony orations. They are going to address not only to the audience, but also give some compliments words to the king Wei. That he's going to
皇帝4月18日18点，农历辛卯2月。
this is he's reading this scroll. They have been written the words. This words including just this content is going to compliment the king Wei, his spirit that has supported the generation after generation, and also his sacrifice to people. Meanwhile, in this content, he also will ask the blessing that will be given from the king. High sign and dance. Now he try to tell the people that what the contributions of King Yu. Just as we said before, King Yu has did a very great job in controlling the big flood 4,000 years ago. It took him like over 10 years, like 13 years to control the big flood. And just before he went to the journey to control the flood, he just got married to the Chongqing lady at that time. But after this marriage, this wedding, he just left home. And during the 10 years controlling the flood, there's 3 times he passed his home, but he don't have time to go back to home. He just passed it. Now people just compliment his devotion to the people.
审讯官、分县官、监理官、交理官、典礼官、主事官及全体人事官
Did you miss me, guys? You may have seen me in the frame every now and then with a big old camera in my hand.
They're both to the TV again.
Switch to the other one.
Now we see all this.
No microphone. No microphone. No microphone.
No microphone?
No, I have to take this out to reset it. That's why I switched to the other camera. One second. Yeah.
Now this procedure is called the 现决. That's the official sacrifice of presenting the wine or the alcohol.
Why do they give wine and alcohol?
So do you have this kind of ceremony or just like this one in Western countries?
If we commemorate someone, we would bring flowers, maybe candles, but we don't tend to bring like food and stuff.
Because in the past we will
yeah.
People also will sacrifice like lambs.
Yeah, I guess this is about giving them everything that's good.
Yeah,
everything that you like, that they liked.
Yeah,
you try and give it to them.
Yes.
That makes sense.
But especially being respected as a god.
I guess it's also about giving them something that is maybe hard to get or expensive or high quality.
Yeah. Because Chinese people like and all people like wine.
Yeah.
The useful one is tasty one, best one.
You do see it sometimes in Western culture as well. Maybe not so much for official commemoration. You see it in movies often. Someone will like drink something and then they'll pour the drink on the grave of like their best friend that they used to drink with.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Yes. But I also, in the church, like in the Western country, like culture, like in the church, people also will drink wine.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I forgot that. So when you take communion in church, you get poured a special kind of wine.
Yeah. It's a thing, sometimes like this kind of ritual.
Yeah. That's a big incense stick, isn't it? I just saw this down from under where we are. Let me switch the camera.
Now they go to the dark screen.
So I noticed this guy down here with what looks like a massive. Is that an incense stick?
Yes, it's massive incense.
I'm sorry. I knew I could smell something, but I couldn't quite figure out what it was.
The incense is quite important.
Yeah.
Stuff when people try to worship the god in China, in Chinese, religions, like the Buddhism.
Yeah. Apart from the smell of the incense, is there anything significant about using incense? Because that seems like a very sort of East Asian thing.
Yeah.
Incense sticks. We don't really use that in the West.
But in Asian thing that before you worship the god, like a Buddha, you will just burning the incense.
Is that because of the smell, or is it because the smoke tends to calm you down, or?
No, it's part of the ritual.
It's just part of the ritual.
Yeah, it's part of the ritual.
But I mean, I like the smell of incense sticks. Fun fact, when I was a teenager in my apartment back home, I would always try and buy little, you know, you can buy like, not a shrine, but like small decorations that you could make that would have like a small Buddha statue and like the pebbles and the stuff. I would try and buy that and sort of decorate like a little area at home. I'm not Buddhist or anything, but I just love how that looks. That calm feeling. It's like how the Japanese have their gardens with the running water and all that. It's just calming to listen to. Once again, thank you to everyone who is watching and joining us today.
Go to the it's just as a way, you know, like I don't know, probably that in Western countries
We don't bow that much that often, I think. We do it, but not necessarily as often as these. But this is also just a way of showing respect, I believe, right?
Yeah, this is just a show respect
Yeah.
to the period about.
上香，请主事官1000万钱上香。
Now the
Here.
this girl invited her to obedient incense to this these officials.
It looks heavy.
Yeah. They are going to also present the incense to the kingly, the big one.
So this kind of moving.
请将礼官、天礼官1000万钱上香。
Otherwise, we change a little bit this angle. Just a white lady just holding the incense to the two officials. The two officials, there was there, and
任县官、分县官、陪事官1000万钱上香。
all of this official in white, they have undertaken the different tasks in this ceremony. For example, someone is supervise the whole procedure, and someone is supervise the people attending the ceremony. Their dressing, their bearing, or someone just guide and lead this the whole ceremony.
请典礼官、监礼官、主事官、正县官、分县官及全体陪祭官，请鞠躬礼。一躬。
You see, I don't know. Have everyone noticed that? I'm very competitive.
I'm back.
Have you noticed that after this one test or just one procedure, they will go to the
With our effort.
yeah.
请典礼官、监礼官、 主事官、政训官、分训官及培训官依次前往女王像前祭拜女王。
Now they are going to this. I think they're inviting this officials to go in front of the king to calculate.
To bow to him directly.
Yeah, directly because it's allowed into the palace to bow to them.
Yeah. I went behind this front part just now and it's blocked off, I guess, because it's still part of the ritual.
Yeah.
That they need to be able to walk in there.
Because like this, I
So we saw the people dressed in white walk up the stairs now into the back. So they are now in with the actual statue of Yuwang.
They are going to bow to them directly. And that's the end of this. This is
the end of the official ceremony.
Now they just hand out the
small incense sticks so the visitors can make their own offerings.
Yes.
I think we can stop.
Now they are going to give us dancing.
Well, there's a dancing performance?
Yeah. Later will be come soon. That's the patient.
稍后请各位好上完香之后，请后面的观众嘉宾稍微保持这个位置，我们稍后将要进行舞蹈的。
Still running on it.
Later they will going to have this dancing performance. It's also a sort of dancing passed down from the ancient times. We can enjoy this classical Chinese music and classical Chinese dancing. Have you noticed the difference between the Western dancing and this
Lots of
Chinese?
differences, yeah. Doesn't look the same at all.
What do the Western people regard dancing?
We don't have. I'm not sure we really have a lot of dancing.
Dancing?
Yeah, it's still on the screen.
Can we go to this other one to face to this?
Switch. Just ever so slightly. A little bit lower than you can see. Just let me try and go and adjust it down a little bit.
Okay.
I'll run all the way over.
Dancing. way to respect them. Meanwhile, the meaning of the dancing sometimes come with that they hope they can get a harvest at the end of it. Some dancing they try to see the meaning. They hope there will be rain after drought. I really like this every few dancing, sometimes dance just combined with the men's strength combined with the ladies' softness or the match. And we want to show the child life philosophy, that sometimes life lives in balance. The softness is strength. Dancing is also a language. Some people express their mind through dancing. We have mentioned that music, dancing, and also the ritual is very important in Chinese culture.
为我们所带来的非常精彩的舞蹈表演。各位好，各位来宾，各位游客，重庆舞蹈会馆2月1日
It's the end of the ceremony.
圆满礼成，感谢各位的关注支持。此刻，各位观众嘉宾可以在我们的香案前进行拼香，也请
They don't invite many people. Invite all of the guests to burn the incense.
So there's a lot of people here today, including us, to watch the ceremony. I actually wasn't expecting nearly as many people as we've seen today. This was packed. But it's also nice to see so many people taking part in something that is, you know, a bit older, more traditional, maybe not something that they would do every day. Because
It's just an annual ceremony.
yeah, it's an annual event that just happens to be taking place.
This kind of ceremony has been carried out for thousands of years.
Yeah.
You know, this figure of King Yu just survived in who was survived in just 4,000 years ago. Yeah, people try to worship him and memorize his spirit. You know, and even use this kind of palace or temple to celebrate him.
Yeah. It's also good that they find a way to make use of older style buildings like these. They don't just sit and go unused, because having a ceremony like this in an old style place adds a little bit more to it. You could do it on a square somewhere and it wouldn't look half as good.
No, this
So the whole thing adds to the experience.
Place because there's a Huguang hill,
Yeah.
and that people from the area they worship this
Yeah.
pinyin. So this is a perfect temple place for them to worship this figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ideal.
And there is God, this figure also just some people in some culture.
Yeah.
They have
Let me walk over next to you. My arm. It's tired.
Yeah. But in some cultures, in some cultures, they will have this kind of figure or statues
Yeah.
on the God. They will be placed at some temples to protect all of their people over there.
Yeah.
This man just served as this kind of
Yeah.
king.
It also just adds another layer of sort of history to this place, so you can go and see something like this that you wouldn't normally be able to see. So that's enjoyable.
Yes, let's read some comments from our audience. I saw more comments coming.
We have a lot of thanks for your videos. Well, thank you for joining, because we wouldn't be making these videos if you weren't watching. So
Yes,
keep watching. We'll make more.
yes, we'll be make more tradition, the ceremony, traditional handcrafts.
We have a lot of upcoming sort of cultural heritage themed videos, and they'll be coming up between now and I think June or July. So we have a lot more stuff like this coming up. So if you enjoyed this, stay tuned. We're coming up both on YouTube, on Facebook, any platform that you can find us on. There'll be a video about something new, something soon.
Yeah.
So just stay with us.
Yeah.
Stay with us. We're going to sign out for now. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, guys.
Consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Find us on Facebook and on Twitter. Whatever you're watching this on, the next video will be there as well. So thank you so much. Thank you for taking me.
Thank you.
You're the one who knows all the information. I just film.
I just get a little bit of knowledge before I come over here. I just read some information on his story about this kind of great ceremony.
So we can share it with you guys.
Yes.
We'll see you
See you
soon.
guys soon. Bye.